buns? No. Oatmeal raisin cookies? No.
Deviled eggs are in the refrigerator? Can make bacon?
Yeah, it's one of those Saturday mornings where it's all cool and damp, cold and damp, and you know, my brain goes thinking about sugar.
I hear you. I understand.
Oh, you got me Easter candy. That'll work. No.
I was going to say that it feels like Sunday, but it's only Saturday. Thank God. Thank God we got one more. I first thought out of my head this morning was, oh God, it's Sunday. I have to get up at 5:30 tomorrow. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's only Saturday because we were off on Friday.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about with more sleep.
Yeah,
Dawn's thinking about sugar and I'm thinking about sleep.
Yeah. Well, I got 8 hours last night, so I'm okay. I woke up a bunch of times, but I'm good. I'm kind of caught up.
I don't feel caught up. How's my princess? Hi. Missing Johnny? I'm sure you are. You missing your boy? Hey, sweetie pea. Aw. He goes, I will come in the cat hotel, Mom, when you don't look like you might trap me in there. It's okay, Morris. I'm backing up now, honey. It's raining pretty good. You can go now. You know where your food is. Goodness. I mean, it's not pouring, don't misunderstand, but it's definitely raining. Bending over to pick up yesterday's cat bowls. I guess it's raining enough. I'm not going to change the water out here right now. I did change it yesterday. It doesn't look too bad. Let's see how much rain we've had since yesterday morning. Yeah, something just shy of a ½ inch. Yeah, in both of them. So I'm going to go ahead. Well, that's actually more like 7/10. Yeah, that one's 7/10. And you don't have to get out from under your dry spot. And this one is, oh yeah, 7/10 too. Okay. And Stripe's going to follow me in the door. You just watch. Stripey, come on, bud. Let's go. I'll be back out to visit you, Mr. Man, when the rain stops. Stripey, come on, bud. Let's go. Stripey, let's go. Come on. Panther's water looks 100% clean. I'm going to take the morning off out here too. I think it's supposed to rain on and off all day today and some rain tomorrow too. So we're just having a really great Easter weekend here as far as doing anything outside. We'll try to walk later. But it's cool. It's, you know, 50. So it's got to really let up for us to go. We're not going to get drenched at 50 degrees. Oh, the kitties are good. I wanted to put a couple things in the ground over here, but this weekend, but it's not happening. I'm not really happy that all that got washed away near my tree. But I have bags of mulch, so I may mulch that camellia. We'll see. I kind of hear Mr. Bluebird chirtling, but I don't see him. I have seen them coming and going to the box. There definitely could be eggs in the box. I don't think the babies have hatched yet, though. Not enough feeding activity going on for there to be babies in there. Alright, Panther, I love you, buddy, but I'm going back in where it's warmer. Oh, Panther's heating pad's not on. Did I not come out here and get his yesterday? I don't think I did. Boy, I'm a bad mom. Well, all I can do, the tape has come off. All I can do is turn them on now. I'm so sorry if you were out here without heat last night, buddy. I mean, it was in the 50s, but still. You'll have it today, sweetheart. Mama's so sorry. Try to check all the feedings. Don was looking at finance stuff this morning and his credit card statement, and he noticed a $106.18 charge from Tesla. And he was trying to understand what that was, and he wanted to make sure it wasn't MyQ because we don't want to use MyQ. We like HomeLink. HomeLink's working great for us. And I said it's premium connectivity for Jules. I sort of just guessed because that was near, you know, the amount. So anyway, it did take us a minute to figure out how to verify that, and it was Jules's premium connectivity, which is, so it's all good, right? It's once a year, it's $99.99 plus tax. So I'm just gonna roll a very short video off my phone showing you how to go look at that, just in case you don't know. It's very hard to look at anything on the browser now because I went to our Tesla account on the browser first, and I should have known better because young, hip businesses and people, they want to do everything on the phone app. They don't want you to use a computer anymore. Your phone is your life, right? Anyway, I'll show you how to find that just in case you don't know or you see a charge or the information is helpful to you. It's only 44, yes, and it's going to be raining all day, and I told Don we could not walk today. He was happy with me. He didn't put pressure on me to do that. And it's actually not pouring, but I mean, we would be cold and miserable up at the track if we walked today. Well, and
we've been outside. Look at the windshield. We've been outside for about a minute.
Right, that's right. Only about a minute. Yeah, so I let us off the hook today. We'll try to get back at it tomorrow.
Oh, we'll get back at it.
We don't mind walking in the rain or the cold or the heat, but rain and cold, that's a bad combination. Yeah. So rain and snow, I might drag him out there, but yeah.
If this was snowing, we would
have gone and enjoyed it. So we're headed to do a bunch of errands. First thing we're going to do is go to the Red Box machine outside the Food Lion on Broad Street. There's actually 3 Food Lions in the Fuquay city limits, and this is the one we go to the least.
That's right.
We're going to watch The Plane tonight. I am a huge Gerard Butler fan. We were able to get the movie for $1.07 Blu-ray with a promo code I had. Don, we had Prime credits and delivery credits, and we had Google Play Store credits from the surveys, but we'd have had to pay like $6 for the movie, and I'm like, that's not a good use of our credits.
Used up $6 for the credits to watch.
Yep, and I'm like, no, save them for something else.
Yeah.
Don wasn't sure how he felt about that, but I held firm on my no, save them for something else.
Right. Well, what I usually do with my Google credits is I buy
boring books.
I buy movies that we really enjoy on my Google credits.
Right.
Yes, I buy boring books using my Amazon credits, but I can't use my Amazon credits on Google.
Yeah, we try not to do movies on Prime. We try to do any movie purchases on Google. Right. So when we come up with the movie to buy, we'll go get it.
Right. If I put it on Google, JB can watch it. Other people in my friends and family can watch the movie.
Yeah.
If I put it in Amazon, nobody can watch it.
But me and you.
But me, that's right.
Yep, for sure. Yep. So anyway, let's go to Food Lion.
Amen.
You want to navigate there?
Navigate to Food Lion, Broad Street, Fuquay, Varina. Maybe I spoke to
Navigate to Foe is what it thinks you said.
Navigate to Food Lion, Fuquay, Varina. I guess it's just not going to work.
Huh.
Navigate to Food Lion. It should show all 3 of them.
Yeah, I agree. And then I'm just going to pick the one. We went Broad Street. 2.9 miles. And we'll see how she does on the beta. Give Dawn a little practice going around town from one place to the next.
Oh, it's not going to navigate down the driveway. We're on the driveway.
I don't want to go down the driveway. Let's see. I mean, not that it cares when you get out there, but let's put the wipers on auto. And then FSD, when you can engage it, will handle it for you. Did you format the card, or it's formatted enough from the other stuff?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right.
I put it in like yesterday, and I formatted it.
Okay. Well, you're the one that's got to pull off of that card, so, you know, as long as you've made it easy enough for yourself. Oh, did you get it engaged?
Yes.
Yeah, and then made it so it wouldn't... Oh, wow, it responded to you rolling the wheel down, like, real time. Like,
Right.
That's fixed, too. Not only is it honoring the speed limit changing in a more timely manner, it's also honoring you changing the speed limit in a more timely
They
manner.
just drove down the driveway.
Right. Well, it drove me down the driveway the other day. It was just like taking off on a roller coaster ride is all.
Right. The fact that that's what I said. I want to get a, honest to God, I want to get a 10 mile an hour or 5 mile an hour. It's because I just assume it start off at 5 and I bump it up a couple.
Right. Don's hoping if we put our own sign
Fine.
on our own driveway, it will honor the sign.
I'm looking for
And
that.
I am all for it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, is that if we put a sign right there at the top of the hill where she gets a good view, well, we may have to move it a few times before. Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, it may be degraded because we have
I thought
rain.
it was whining at me.
It wasn't. She said it may be degraded
All right,
because
it's
of the
totally
rain.
clear, and there's nobody behind me, so she can struggle all
I
she
would
wants.
say on 11.3.4, she's driving on it in the rain pretty good, but I've not tested more than this level of rain.
Right. Well, I'm not going to ski that because she's going to want to turn right here.
Really?
Yeah, well, we're going to Food Line, and she's going to cut across.
Okay.
But we'll come back through town.
Yeah, that is what she's gonna do. Yeah, that makes sense to go out the new part of the Judd Parkway extension. Well, we need more navigating through neighborhoods and such. So that's
so
good.
far, so good.
Yeah, Don's drive leaving downtown Raleigh looked pretty good to me. The clip that I put in the video the other day when he picked up Johnny,
Right.
that looked like it went pretty good to me.
Yeah. And she's doing 25 through here, which is good.
It is 25.
And I'm wondering when she's going to get over that car there.
Yeah, well, it would. Yeah.
I said,
She sees the car.
yeah, she's cutting it, baby.
Right. I like to drive right down the middle of this road and stay there unless there's something coming, because there's typically people parked on both sides of the street and there's only about room for one car.
That's
But
right.
she's trying to do the utmost right thing and stay in her lane. But at least she's not doing that diving back and forth in the
That's
lane
right.
stuff that I had happen
All
to
right,
me
so
one time in
let's see,
downtown
she sees
Raleigh.
this car. She's going to do it.
Oh, that was hard for
It was
her.
a little sphincter squeeze there. Oh, we got these guys hanging out
Yeah,
into the
they're
street.
hanging out into the street.
Well, she saw them. She drew them.
She
correct?
did. She did. They were right there at the edge. Yep.
And there's a big pothole she just hit.
Well, she's not going to miss the potholes yet.
Let me tell you.
She's so on recognizing speed
And
bumps.
here, let's hit this one.
Sometimes she doesn't. Like I said, I like to drive.
Oh.
No, just maybe
Oh,
degraded. She's
all right.
just warning you again. Okay, she does see that car. I see it, that she sees it.
All right, there's another car. Let's get to see how close we can get. Mirror to mirror, baby.
And sorry guys, I'm not filming the screen and inserting it in there. That just makes me video edit for an extra 2 or 3 hours or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I'm sorry. You guys get the gist of what the visualization
Yeah,
looks
well,
like.
there's not quite as much to see. Oh, here we go.
Well, it's the same amount of stuff
All
to
right,
see.
I pushed the accelerator since there were 2 cars
But
waiting.
I'm glad she waited for negotiation there versus assuming the other cars would do the right thing. Because I often find that just because the other person's lane is blocked does not mean that they won't infringe on my lane.
That's right. Well, they just expect you to slow up. All right, so there's nobody behind us.
She cannot see to the right until now.
Right, it's wide open. She had.
Yeah, she stops where the stop
Oh
sign.
yeah, baby, let's go down the middle of the road.
Did she fix it
Yeah,
herself?
all by herself, baby. Woo!
Well, personally, a human would not turn out of there because it's not a busy situation ever into that middle lane. Now there's like coming out of Guardian Angel, we use the middle lane sometimes if we're going left to wait. I don't mean the car, I mean me or Michelle or Dawn, but not there because it's never that busy to do that.
To her credit, what she's seen is that yellow divider line
Right.
and not not expecting the other yellow that defines the other side of the lane. So she's saying, well, I'm going to turn into the leftmost lane.
Right.
And it's going to be next to the yellow divider line. And she saw the yellow. Now we can slow down here just a little bit.
Technically, she's going the speed limit, but I agree in approaching the inner.
Yeah,
Whoa,
baby.
which lane are you going to go in?
Woo! She did great. Oh, now she's slowing down to 30.
No, I think that was because you flicked the scroll thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I only,
Now she's going to fly us over the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
That one's not too bad either.
Yeah, well, honestly,
I didn't remember whether that one was or it wasn't.
I remember that, but the street, crossing over 42 there, that was the thing that I remember, like flying over that before. So you know, hitting it at 35 miles an hour is way fast because it has a real crown in that road. Now it's going to be interesting to see how she turns into the food line. Is she going to make a left turn, then a right turn, then another right turn? Or is she's going to go across the street?
She's going to go straight and left into the parking lot.
So
no James Slaughter Road access.
That's right.
That's the road on the other side.
Right. Now, the tricky thing about this left turn up here is that traffic light backs up, and there is no left turn lane, so she's going to be sitting in the traffic lane to make a left turn, I believe.
No, she's going to go through the light.
I know that.
And then turn left at no light into Food Lion.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
At the no light into Food Line, I believe is just the traffic lane. There is not a left turn lane into Food Line. That's what I was trying to say.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm more concerned, will she be in the right lane, the correct lane to go straight across?
Well, I think this lane drops off.
This stretch of road's new, and we usually come home on it, not go to town on it. So we're very familiar with the other direction, but not as much.
Well, we always make a left turn up here, also.
Well, that's true too. We've not tried to go boom house to the Food Line.
I thought that was a right only turn lane, and I think I'm right. Oh, look at what here we go. She's going to do exactly what we did.
Now I don't know what she thinks she's going to do, but okay. Oh, so now she's realized her mistake. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm liking it.
Well, technically, it looks like both those lanes go left.
That's right. Both those, I have forgotten that little detail. All I knew is there wasn't, well, there is a little bit of a left turn. She should be able to make this over here. It backs up is what I was trying to get at, and I was concerned she was going to block traffic because there's quite a few people who make a right turn up here to go down this road. But there's enough of a turn lane. I didn't remember the granularity that well.
Yeah.
And there was nobody behind her. I mean, that was a little wild what she was doing. No different than what a human being would have been. Oh, well, you need to go across the street. And that's what exactly. All right, so here we go. There is a car behind us. It would be good that she turned on her blinker, because it's not very far down here. She's looking for the street.
She doesn't know. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, you're. Whoa. Whoa, Jules.
She's still driving.
I tried to brake the car with my right foot.
Well, I had my foot. I was right there at the instant.
This guy's gonna let us go.
Oh my God!
Wow.
She went. That was all her.
Wow. My foot is still trying to brake the non-brake. Okay. Wow. All right. Let me get out my credit card for the red box machine. Yeah, I think she's just. Well, I guess now she really tries to take you to the front of the store.
All right, I don't know what I'm going
to do. My thing is she's probably going to take us right in front of whatever she considers the store to be. Well, but she's not doing to Don what the car did to me the other day, because the other day the car just turned down the lane and went, like at the Lowe's food. There was. What's wrong?
I'm just about to die over here.
Well, she didn't do anything wrong.
No,
God, why do people do this? They insist on pulling into the lane where you are in these narrow lanes when they could go down to the next lane and turn. I don't understand.
Well, she's still driving. By gosh, she's going to drop you off at the now. So she's
25
done.
feet. Okay, well, you can take me over to the red boxes on that side, and he's just got to come down this lane.
That's right. Well, that's the lane that goes out. that was an experience.
I didn't think she did too bad, minus she should have stayed, well, they should have a turn lane there, and that's the town and the road people. That's not right, that's a left turn, but there's no safe place there. The lines are painted over it at an angle to mean don't go there, but you have to go there to make that turn.
Yeah, that was a hoot. I mean, she basically acted like somebody who was not familiar with this area whatsoever. In other words, you just landed in Fuquay-Varina and you were trying to get to that food line, and you don't really know where the entrance was. And oh, by the way, there were cars in front of the entrance, so that was sort of covered up. So it's you know, it's just like most drivers, you kind of fumble your way through it, and that's exactly what she did. So it was very analogous to a human driver fumbling their way into a unknown parking lot in an unknown area.
Okay, can you go just put us in a parking lot space, or, you know, down at the non-busy end, if there is such a thing over here, and let's figure out our next stop.
Well, this guy is opening the door, so I'm just going to turn down this way.
Okay, so I guess we're just to Walmart.
Navigate to Walmart, Fuquay-Varina. It's clear.
Okay.
There's nobody coming. She sees all these traffic things, which is correct. Now, I like the 15-mile-an-hour speed limit, so she sees the stop sign.
A little far back from the stop sign, but she sees it.
There's nobody around.
Yeah.
So we can let her go, and she stopped, and that car has the right-of-way.
Yeah, I don't know why they put up so much hedge. It's not that pretty, and it keeps
She actually
people
did that
and cars from seeing.
pretty good. Now, this left turn up here is the inverse of what we had a while ago. It's going to back up with traffic, and she's going to want to make the left turn.
Yeah.
Now, will somebody let her out? Will she go into the left, that center lane?
What's she gonna do?
What's she gonna do? And I'm gonna be, and of course now I can't let her struggle too much because there is somebody behind me. But right now, as she goes, she's going, and she did that pretty good.
I bet you're gonna. Nope, she did not mess up into the center lane there, but of course it had the lines through it or something. But
Right. Yeah.
and technically you can't come back at the back of that shop. Can't come out at the back of that shop. You can't come down farther away from the light.
She could either make the left. She's had to make a left. Well, she could have made a right turn, but it would have taken her way long around. You can make a left turn on the other side of the driveway, and then another left turn to go down this road. But there was no right turn out of that parking lot. Of course, it makes you wonder why all these people are out on a rainy Saturday.
Yeah, the days of Fuquay being a sleepy little bed and breakfast town are gone. Yeah, I was gonna say, Jules, that's not the right street.
Yeah, well, I think,
not unless we want to go to Aviator. If we want to go to Aviator, we go down this.
Yeah, I have no idea why she was even wanting to do that. I mean, because that was a right turn lane, and but she's not looking to turn right. In other words, you could say, oh, well, she gets over to that lane because it's going to a 4-lane. Well, she often doesn't turn the turn signal on for that scenario.
Right. Well, I think that this is my impression is that this is a little bit more of a, we aren't going to look at those darn maps. We don't know nothing about those darn maps. And when we're supposed, follow the road and the street signs and the real-time stuff. And it's sort of one of those things where a little bit of map data could say, yeah, I don't need to worry about that lane over there.
Now, this is a little, being careful here.
Well, she seems to understand that the stuff to the right of her is not for her use, so she doesn't need to get over there.
All right, she is going to go in the same way I would go in, the back way. Oh. I know, I see her, but
Whoa, okay.
she's confused.
Yeah.
So that was
Dawn had to take over, or she might have hit the curb. She tried to go in to get right a little too soon.
well, she got confused between the road there being the entrance and the entrance being their entrance.
Right, well, to be clear, that's a brand new road for brand new construction.
That's right.
So again, we're not going on our map, we're going on our real time what we see, and I think I'm supposed to turn like right here,
That's
a few hundred feet from here, and there's the darn road. I see it, I'm taking it.
Right. There's nobody behind us.
Oh, you're letting her do. I think she's just done.
Autopilot complete.
Navigation complete. Yep. Right here is perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Or just the other side, or
I'm
just
gonna
this side.
stop right here, and I'm gonna go up that way.
Sometimes Don asks me which side of the store, pharmacy or grocery, and usually I say pharmacy.
Yeah.
The Legos and the plants and all the important stuff are on this side of the store.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me know, and I'll come pick
All
you
right.
up.
Yeah. Today I'll probably message you.
Yeah.
Pots were indeed on clearance for $11, so I'm going to grab a second one. If you're going to have one of something too, I think makes it look like it belongs in the yard.
Books about Mesoamerica before contact and then post contact, and globalization, because that the 1493 book just kind of puts globalization in context, and we're still seeing that today. We're seeing that with what's happening in our world, and the trajectory of globalization is fascinating. If you haven't read those two books, I highly recommend them. And they just other literature to read. I mean, some Hemingway, and I have my own little book that I've done about Anglo-Saxon poetry of all things. So that's a good list, no problem. So finally, then, what gives you hope? So look at my article that says 3,500 is more than 600. That's what gives me hope. So in 2020, the world consumed 600 exajoules of energy. Like the total world consumption, 600 exajoules. In that same year, humans mined enough uranium at like a $30 a pound market price, 3,500 exajoules. If we were able to put that same uranium in fast and non-light water reactors and get all the energy out of it, because light water reactors only consume about 5% of the energy in uranium. We don't talk about what we do.
I hit it, but it didn't go.
That's fine. So stop thinking about it that way. It's a resource. But we mined enough uranium at $30 a pound to make 3,500 exajoules of thermal energy. Or 6x overall primary energy. 6x more thermal energy to be consumed at a uranium is so abundant. Fission produces 6 orders of magnitude more energy than the so why am I handle mining atoms? Well, because it's simple. Like, why are we mining atoms when we can be split?
Yeah, we're headed to PetSmart, but it's literally like just halfway down the shopping center between Walmart and Home Depot. And although she did put up allowing Dawn to engage FSD a minute ago, there's really not much point for this short distance. And they had whipping cream in there. I got 6. That's the cheapest organic one I can buy is when Walmart has it. So I was...
Well, the parking lot is a zoo.
Yeah, no joke. This is why you drive me on the weekends, because if I had to walk in in the rain and deal with the parking lot, I would be ready to...
Yep.
Yeah, this is why you drive me on weekends.
I love you.
I love you too. I'll be right back.
All right.
Doing it wrong. Like, mining will be with us forever. Like, it's inevitable. So let's not. Why are we doing it the way we're doing it? Like, we don't have to. 6 orders of magnitude, to block scale, 6 orders of magnitude. That's what gives us hope, and that's why we need to be focusing on nuclear power only. Like that, because we want to have the benefit of the savings of all the other crap.
Facilitate rescues in there today with 10 to 15 kitties. She said it's a little slow today between the rain and Easter weekend, but they had some really sweet kitties. I messaged Dawn to come get me. It's still raining, and I don't mind walking to the car, but I don't see the car. So, you know, he said this parking lot's a zoo today, and it is Definitely a zoo today. Oh, here he comes. I wasn't in there long enough for him to get too cozy. Not on this maneuver.
Next.
Harris Teeter. Because you want one more crowded shopping center.
That's right. Cannot wait.
Navigate to Harris Teeter. Was it that bad? People doing craziness out there?
No, I think it was fine. I was just very careful. I was just being very careful.
I'll let Don decide if he wants to or not.
Wants to.
Full self-drive or not.
Right. Well, I think she's driving. I can't tell.
No, I don't know what she thought she was doing there, but.
Right.
Okay, it is activated now, and she has told him that it may be degraded.
Yeah. I got my foot over the brake. There's nobody behind me, so I can let her struggle. She's going to be able to do this.
Yeah. That seemed reasonable.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if she would have moved an inch, I'd have stomped on my foot.
Oh, it's a great day to run errands when you got your husband dropping you off and picking you up at the door.
Yeah.
Much improved.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I think right now I almost want a set for full self-driving. I want a -5%.
Oh, for like weather conditions or...
Well, just in other words, I'm sort of willing to speed it up instead of her just taking off. You know, it's really weird. When we're sitting at traffic lights, she'll sit here for a couple she has for extra seconds after we got a green light, the car in front of us is moving, and we're gonna sit here. And so
I'm just curious what you're setting. You're currently on average.
Right.
Which is fine.
Right. I agree.
Okay.
And if you do this, it was, is that what it was? It was this. There was a thing. There it is, autopilot. So now.
Yeah, and you have the minimum lane change thing. It looks a little different on Jules, but
yeah,
it does come up. Do you have to push and move it or just scroll it?
I think that's all you have to do.
But what was that?
It was on it, when I clicked on it, it went to assertive. I put it back on normal. Or whatever it is.
But I don't understand what you did to get it up.
This thing used to do the following distance. It doesn't do the following distance anymore. Now it does the lane change stuff.
Okay.
Or that assertive versus...
The right scroll wheel is used to bring it up somehow.
Yeah, the right scroll wheel function has changed with this level of full self-driving. Alright, she should probably turn her turn signal on.
Well, she won't do that till she actually starts to turn. Well, this guy had trouble making that turn.
Right. And that pickup truck's hanging out.
It's out quite far.
Yeah. And he's gonna be... I can't really see his eyes.
No, we cannot able to make communication. Did she go on her own?
That was me.
Okay.
I couldn't tell what he was going to do. I would have let him out, but I could not see his eyes. And of course, I had already hit the accelerator at the same instant he did. I guess I could have hesitated. I didn't mean to be a jerk to that guy.
Right. Don took over, and full self-driving is not good with courtesy to other drivers.
Right. Well,
if you're waiting for it to ever let somebody else out because it's the right thing to do, it's not going to do that.
I guess I could have just and he would have recognized that he could go I guess that's probably what I should have done, but I actually like to establish eye contact when I'm being, quote, courteous. And I could not see through his windshield. It was all foggy and dark and everything.
Right.
So I just, anyway, my point is I do feel I would have let him out in different situations. It was just complicated. Split second decision, and I win.
Well, Don is under all of the pressure here today because these parking lots are a nightmare.
Yeah, they are.
This one has never been good, and then Walmart took away parking spaces and added in stuff, and it's basically like Black Friday every day in the Walmart.
Yeah,
And
it's like Whole Foods used to be. Whole Foods used to be really tight. Oh, it is tight. It was the first tight one, but now they've all gotten to be that way.
okay, I can get out here.
Well, I'm sorry. You're,
a whole range of powers that previously we would have said were not consistent with liberal democracy. Powers to close you into your home, to close your business, to close your schools.
Oh!
well, like I said, at some point in the future, we're going to have
Deal with that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, autonomous cars, nobody's going to want to be dropped off at Smithfield to go to Harris Teeter. They're going to want to be dropped off in front of Harris Teeter.
Right, but at least the autonomous car can go up to a half a mile away and
Well, I
park.
understand.
It doesn't need close parking.
Well, but Kitten, you don't understand that entranceway is not designed for drop-off. That you
Right.
said it was, but it's really not. That
Well,
just
it can handle a couple of people being dropped off and picked up. It can't. Anyway, you're gonna drive me past it? Oh, you're gonna go out this way. Okay.
Yeah. Well. And where are we going now?
I guess home. You can go home, James.
Yeah.
Home, James. So they had prime rib on sale.
Oh, great.
Christmas prices.
Well, that's good. I mean, if we're gonna have it, we might as well have it.
I only
when
buy
it's
it
not-
when it's on sale. So
Right, that's what I said,
yeah.
Kitten. If we're gonna have it, might as well not be too expensive.
Yeah.
There's a big old pickup truck waiting up on my ass. I have no idea how she came up with that decision.
yeah, she's driving now, to be clear,
Right.
and decided to just go around that corner
Well,
as
there
if
was a
she knew
stop sign, and she thought I'm making a right turn. Now, the fact that I'm making a 180-degree right turn instead of a 90-degree right turn, I don't know 180 degrees. So as far as she was concerned, it was clear. Well, actually, I told her it was clear, and it was. And I expected her to stop.
Did you use the accelerator at all
I used the
there?
accelerator.
A
Well,
little bit.
I
Okay.
told you I've got a
pickup truck.
like, 2 inches off of my bumper.
So, after we turn straight out here, do you want me to click navigation off so she won't try to take the Judd Parkway turn on the middle of the day on Saturday, or do you want me to leave it on and see her
No,
fail
we'll-
the turn?
We'll go through the town.
Okay.
It's just that.
Well, no, that wasn't when I asked about Pokemon, but I guess I do care about Pokemon. I better get busy,
Right.
or we'll be home. So after she completes this turn, I'm going to kill navigation so she'll go through town. Trying the Judd Parkway turn right now is probably, she's thinking about making a turn on red here. She's thinking about it. I would say right now she can think for a really long time about it. It's not likely to be cleared up.
She probably could have went, but that would have been a really. She could probably go now. Well, I guess I should have went. There's a guy right up my butt.
It's raining today.
Well,
People
he
should-
can't see if it's clear or not because there's a great big pickup truck in his way.
Right.
So as far as he's concerned, it must be jammed up because the car's not going. I gave her acceleration there. Because she's sitting there letting all these gaps go.
Okay, I'm killing navigation. That's fine as she got us in the left-hand lane. Now she'll go through town. It's all good. Dawn's stressed, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, she would have been just fine today. Nobody waiting in the lane because it just went. So she could have, I'm sure she would have navigated that okay today. She only has trouble if there's like 5 or 6 people in the turn lane, and she will not enter it unless she can enter in the dashed line area. She won't go back, and then she misses it, and then she has tried to turn out of this lane, and
Right.
we do sort of need to test that out on this release, but today I need to go through town, so.
Right. I think the near-term solution is what you and Andy discussed on the phone. She just needs to say, oh, I can't get over. Let me just recalculate a new navigation, go a different way. You know, in the future when she's super perceptive and there's communications between the traffic light and the number of cars, sensors in the waiting to make a left turn, all the cars have registered with the traffic light left turn line, says I'd like to make a left turn here. The computer in cloud in the sky has balanced the number of people waiting for a left turn, saying, oh, that only holds 10 cars, so I need a little extra long turn lane. All these things, when we get all this great technology all working, then, you know, we won't need to just have a plan B. But since that's like only a couple weeks, months away, we might as well just do our plan B and go through the intersection.
I will say that this intersection is not straight across, and I'm always impressed at how she manages it, even though it's sort of at an angle as you go through the intersection. Right. And yeah, they're going to try to run past you here. But the police did say this weekend for Easter is a particular speed trap weekend, the Fuquay police. So
right. Well,
let them get the ticket.
Right. Well, I'm doing 35. It's the speed limit. I mean, yeah, maybe 38 would be better, but as you said,
full self-driving may be degraded. Warning, ding again.
Right. And a little bit has to do with the people that accelerate away from the traffic light. They don't even look at their speed. They just accelerate to a speed they like to go, and then they look down at I'm doing 45, and maybe they slow down, maybe they don't. It's all interplays. You know, this is where we need Elon's neural net to plug into our brains so that we can actually understand all the thinking that you're doing.
Oh, woohoo! Somebody has added 2 new Pokestops to Pelicans. And they're like real. How do they get theirs processed so fast? Because I opened up Pokestops.
Just went through the yellow light. It was probably
okay.
But that was close. Then there we go. Since I was doing 35, she did not speed up, and she made it all the way underneath that light. And I think that's fine. It's possible. I didn't look behind me. The guy, there was somebody behind me, but he wasn't like on my bumper. But I didn't look because I figured, she's not going to stop. If she would have been trying to stop, I would have been looking in my mirror, because the guy behind me may not be expecting me to stop, and Lord knows if I don't stop, there's no reason for them to stop. I mean, they're only following me through the yellow light.
Well, every time I stop, every time I go through, and I think, God, maybe I shouldn't have gone through, I'm in nothing short of amazed at the person going through after me.
Yeah.
I went through their head about going through the light.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, well, obviously, if the car in front of me can make it through the yellow light, I should be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Well, I don't know.
She's handling that better, but not what I would call perfect.
Right, she didn't do. I would actually use my accelerator that time, because again, I keep saying this over and over again. I do not worry about her hitting anything with the front of the car. I only worry about people plowing into the rear of the car. The car needs to forget about what's in front of it. It needs to worry about what's behind it, because that's where the accident is going to occur. They've got the front part worked out fine. Worry about the stuff from the side and from the rear. Oh, I opened up a box of tissue. I'll put it in and we can take this in the house.
Okay. You
Right.
saw I had bought some, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I was nothing short of amazed at how cheap they were.
oh really?
Yeah, 4 boxes of Puffs Plus rang up at $6.48.
That's
I was like, that's wrong. And I went, thank you. I just said, okay. I mean, I scanned the barcode. The barcode rang up at $6.48.
yeah.
I went, that can't be. They're at least $1.80 a box.
Oh, they're like $2.70 a box.
Right, or something. And I went, that can't be. And sure enough, 4-pack Puffs Plus is what it set up. So I wasn't confused about what I rang up or anything. I thought, oh, well, tissues must have went down in price. It's not a small box.
It is not the small box.
Right, I double checked that too, because trust me, I was like all over it going, wow, that can't possibly be.
I think this is the 200 count box.
You're driving, dear.
Well, the car's driving. And I wasn't looking at my phone. And everybody knows the only problem with driving is looking at your phone.
Right, so I've been told. Well, I'm allowed to look at my phone right now.
Well,
I'm
you're
not
a
driving.
passenger. You're doing great.
Right, I have clicked the I'm a passenger warning. You're going too fast. Well, I'm the passenger.
So did you get your Pokemon?
Yeah, you can just let her take us home. I am
Alright, let's
working
see
very
how many of these covers she hits. Very good.
Dollar General's open today.
Okay, stop.
Woo!
There was nobody behind me, so she was perfectly free to
Well,
stop.
there was somebody behind you, but not close.
Well, forgive me for not.
Well, no, I just meant they could see the lights behind. I mean,
Yeah,
anyway,
they
I'll
were
just
well
be quiet.
behind
I'll
you.
just be quiet. Now I'm in trouble.
There was no one close. That would have been a more descriptive.
Descriptive.
term.
That's
But
all I said. There was nobody
Let's
close.
put it this way: she was stopped before they got there.
Yes. I agree with all of that. Well, I tell you, aren't you at least glad you didn't have to deal with the stress inside the store?
Oh, I imagine.
Oh, I saw my favorite butcher today. That gentleman does not smile. He just, it's not in his person, but the other nice guy that waited on me at the counter, he was exceptionally polite, friendly, and sociable. So
That's great.
he should be at the counter.
All right, this person behind me isn't that close. They're very good distance behind me. Well, we got a car. No, we got 2 cars up here, so there's the turn signal. So now the car is getting behind me closer. Oh boy.
Oh, I forgot to navigate you home. I turned it off and I never turned it back on.
Yeah, that's my girl.
I guess you get to go around the block now. She'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll get a little highway speed.
I'm sorry. I've done that before too already. Oops.
It's all right. I don't think it came over. It looked like okay. picked up another half an inch of rain, sweetheart.
I agree. Let me pull up the radar. I think that is no end in sight either, by the way.
Sure.
There's no end in sight. It's raining from here all the way to Augusta, all the way to Albany.
Yeah, they probably no master. Well, they will let them play in the rain.
Did you guys see the pine tree fall at the Masters yesterday? That was really scary. Some of the people looked like their reaction was they froze in place.
Yeah.
And it gave them a good bit of warning on the way down, cracking and coming over kind of slow, but then eventually it gave away. And
Yeah, I would have expected people in that scenario where obviously the wind was whipping and to be on full alert. At least I would be. So even though they might have been sitting in their lawn chairs and stuff like that, I would have expected them to, when somebody says look out, they,
yeah.
to look up, or more correctly would be better to do heads up, because they had time. I mean, it didn't sling it to the ground. All right, there's a car on mine, you know what, and we're going to turn here.
And this is a backwards right turn. It's more than 90 degrees.
I put on my turn signal because she was just not going to do it. God. Like I said, I understand what Elon says about safety, but safety's got nothing to do with it. Perception is far more important than the reality, and I perceive there is no possible way a regulator who's taken for an autonomous drive by a full self-driving car is ever going to approve this, not on surface streets, because that was scary. That guy behind me,
He didn't know what the heck you were
when
doing.
she slammed
stopping.
on, basically tried to stop to make that right turn, he was like, my God, I'm fixing to hit that idiot in front of me. It's just, I'm telling you, there's no way a regulator would feel comfortable about that maneuver. I don't care how many lives Elon's model shows it's going to save and how much data he's got, it ain't going to work. He's got to do something to get the perception, improve the perception. The reality is irrelevant.
Right. Well, I would say that she needs more work on just regular old 90-degree turns, but that one is a 120-degree turn. I mean, that is more. It's not a T there at that intersection.
Well,
it's more to.
Well, here we go. Perfect example.
And there's a divider there.
Well, no, right, but look, that car was plenty close. I'm not saying it was too close, but they were following me closer than they should have. She should have known that. She didn't turn on her brake. I turned it on because I knew she was going to slow down and turn on her turn signal instantaneous. And that person is not going to have any warning. So I wanted to give her more warning, the person behind me. And that's what I'm saying. This car, full self-driving, doesn't care what's behind it. And I'm telling you, the behind action is what's going to cause the problem.
Right.
The people, human beings, are not anticipating these kinds of maneuvers. They are so unhuman-like, they can't comprehend it. They don't live in a world of unhuman behaviors.
She has time. There's nobody close. Now you got to ask, why can we not complete this turn, Jules? What is?
Because she can't see.
But I don't understand what the problem was there. I mean, that is not a straight T turn either, but.
Yeah, well, it's either
But you saw the delay there because Dawn was able to let her delay
let her
that
struggle,
time.
right.
Yeah.
That's because, right. Well, the thing is, if there would have been somebody behind me, I don't know what I would have done. I'm assuming I would have just took control. Because either the computer's not fast enough to recognize there's nobody in the road I'm turning onto. There's nobody coming across the road. I can complete this turn. She literally was treating that like a series of incremental moves. That, like, to make that right turn, there's 35 things I must do sequentially to complete that turn. Well, there's not. That's one of those things, you don't complete the turn sequentially. You perceive the entire environment and you make the turn. And there's no perception. And the breaking it down to programmatic steps where you have to do this step, that step, that step, that step, that's not never going to be human-like, because that's not what people do. And that's what's going to get the guys going to run into you in his F-150. Well, okay, I'm Toyota Tundra. I mean, I'm not picking on Ford drivers. The Tesla driver are not on full self-driving. I mean, you know, I don't know. The human driver behind you.
Wow, she actually acted like that was okay.
Well,
See, that one was an 80-degree turn or an 85-degree turn. That one was, you know, less than 90, so maybe that made it easier for her.
Right, but it makes you wonder why the visibility there was no worse than it was at that other place.
Well, I guess the turn into our cul-de-sac has gotten a little better. I think the thing that still feels wrong to us is she's totally... Thank you for taking me to town and driving me to all those places on a Saturday.
One did all the driving. I just did all the worrying.
The worrying, that's right. But thank you.
You're welcome.
I do appreciate it because, you know, I realize that other circumstances I might have had to go all by myself, and even with full self-driving, I wouldn't have appreciated that in the rain.
On a yucky day like today.
Yeah, Don's got the masters on, DVR'd, and he's going to take a nap and chillax, and I'm going to, you guessed it, work on the furniture, starting with the a console TV, sort of old school, but it works better with my window and the size of the area that I have for the TV. It's 6:30. I'm stopping for the night. I got the TV built, stuff on the table, a couch, a guy in his remote control, and his cat. Another gentleman, older guy, so maybe his dad, looking at the bookshelf. I've got a woman over here on the couch with her fancy drink. I figured out the wall art. So what's left is the two like pinball or arcade games. And probably I'm going to have an older woman in here with the younger woman. And we'll just think the guys are hanging out over here with the TV in the study, I guess, so to speak. And the women are hanging out over here in the game room. I don't know. It works. Works good enough. I did stop and put away a few parts that needed putting away, and this boy has decided that yes, indeed, I can be trained to sit on the chair next to mom and not insist in being in the middle of her Lego build, because I'm such a big boy. She gave me my own blanket and my own chair, and I'm a happy camper. Hey, Stripey's a good boy. He had hopped down for a minute. Don came out to see me. He went to eat the food bowl. This boy eats a lot, and he eats often. So... anyway, little detail here is there's a TV picture of the guys are watching sailing, and then there's sailing artwork on the wall, and then of course over here I picked arcade game room looking art as best as I could. And I did sort and put away some parts. Can't use them if I don't know I got them and they're not in the right bin, so it's best when I build if I take time to sort a little bit. This couch was originally going here, but it was too wide, so I had to change up the couch plans just a little, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Don and I will be having these fine steaks for dinner.